Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Your Excellencies, dear Joseph, dear Mark, thank you for convening Brussels 4. Our meeting today is yet another tangible and effective demonstration of the commitment of the EU, the UN, and all of you to keep the plight of Syrian refugees on the international agenda and to ensure practical measures to support them. The reiteration of this commitment could not have been more timely. 10 years into the Syrian crisis, the needs of refugees have increased. They have also changed in nature. Emergency relief is still vital, but sustainable help to them and to host countries is where focus should be. Needs for schools, medical facilities, jobs are becoming more pressing. We need to give refugees the tools they need to lead dignified lives. We need to give families tools to provide for their children. We need to give children education to grow into productive men and women. We must give them hope that the world has not and will not abandon them. My country, the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, is host to over 1.3 million Syrians. Jordanians have embraced them as brothers, for these are the values of Jordanians. We stand by those in need. We welcome them as guests. We have opened our schools, though already stressed, to over 133,000 Syrian students. Some of our schools are operating on double shifts. We have given over 190,000 work permits to Syrian refugees, while our unemployment rate was soaring above 19% even before Corona. This is more than 4 times the number of jobs our economy can create on an annual basis. And since the beginning of the pandemic, and in cooperation with the United Nations, the EU, and other partners, we have provided our Syrian brethren, of whom only 10% live in camps, the same level of protection we give to our citizens. Not a single case of Corona was detected in the camps. Dear friends, last year I told this conference that Jordan gave all it could to refugees because it is the right thing to do. I call upon you once again to support our efforts to continue to do the right thing. We would not have been able to deal with this challenge without your support. It is a must that this support continues. Only 41,000 refugees have gone back to Syria since October 2018. No refugees are going back since the pandemic has started. Refugees cannot be the responsibility of host countries alone. It is a joint responsibility for all of us, now more than before, as we face the crippling economic impact of the pandemic. Continued international support is key to ensuring that we maintain our support for refugees. Last year, only 50% of our response plan was funded. This year, the Kingdom rolled out a 3-year, $6.6 billion refugee response plan. I trust we can count on your support. Maintaining our resilience is maintaining our ability to help refugees. And my colleague, the Minister of Planning, will soon provide you with a detailed paper on this plan, and I do hope it will receive your due consideration. Helping refugees, my friend, is a necessary investment in our collective security. For if we abandon them to need, to despair, to hopelessness, we render them susceptible to radical ideologies that would try to exploit their hopelessness and their despair. Dear friends, the ultimate answer to the plight of refugees is their voluntarily and safe return to their country. We should reinvigorate and increase our efforts to realize a political solution to the Syrian crisis. This war has gone on for far too long, causing too much suffering, too much pain, and too much destruction. It has to stop through a political solution that Syrians accept, that preserves the unity and integrity of Syria, that restores to Syria its stability and security and its key role in the region, and that creates conditions conducive for the voluntary return of refugees. We have to remember the crisis is about people. We cannot continue to double down on policies that have not delivered the peace that we all seek. We have to make sure that Syrian people and Syria's security come first. And in this light, if I may point to the south, where conditions are really deteriorating, we need to reconsider stabilization plans that will ensure that people live in peace, live in dignity, and have access to their basic humanitarian rights. Syria must live in peace, and the great Syrian people have the right to enjoy normal and safe lives. The absurdity of the continuation of the crisis has been proven at a great cost to Syria, to its neighbors, and to the world at large. We must solve it, and allow me to recognize the efforts of my dear friend P. Gerson in this regard. Jordan will continue to work with you, friends and partners, for such a solution. And for as long as refugees have to stay in Jordan, we will afford them every care possible. This is a huge challenge, but with your support, we will meet it. Allow me also to thank you for your commitment to UNRWA and the rights of Palestinian refugees. And before I close, I offer the Kingdom's condolences to all of you over the victims of COVID-19. Our solidarity, as is the case with every common challenge, is key to ensuring success in defeating this common enemy. Thank you.